Welcome, gentle folks. Today we're going to be taking a look at the last installment of decomposition of fractions. This is with higher degrees of prime factors and a denominator. And I'm starting off with x squared minus 1 over x cubed plus 8. This is something that's very easy to factor, and we know it based upon a pattern. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that we break this pattern up so that we have our x plus 2, and being a linear in the denominator will give us a constant in the numerator. And then we have the x squared minus 2x plus 4, and you'll notice that this prime factor in the denominator of the second fraction is now quadratic. That will force us to use bx plus c in the numerator. We're now going to follow our practice as we have been up to this point. So that means I'm going to get my common denominator by multiplying by the denominator of the opposite fraction or the other fraction. So we have a times x squared minus 2x plus 4, and we have plus bx plus c times x plus 2. Now, we now have the two choices. Now, the choice I'm going to start off with first is not creating a system of equations, which is what we get by foiling out the bx plus c times x plus 2 and distributing the a times the x squared minus 2x plus 4. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the 0, x equals negative 2, but you'll notice that this is only going to give us one term. And when we do this, we end up getting 3 equal to 12a for 1/4 equaling a. Now, using this process, it's going to require us to replace the a with 1/4 and distribute, so that we end up with x squared minus 1 equals 1/4 x squared minus 1/2 x plus 1, and then we have this bx plus c times x plus 2. I'm now going to need to move all of these three terms over, but I don't really like those fractions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by 4, and this will get rid of the fraction so that I have a 4x squared minus 4 equals x squared minus 2x plus 4, and we now have 4 times bx plus c, x plus 2. Now we can move everything quite easily, and when we move them, we end up getting 3x squared plus 2x minus 8, and that is now equal to the 4bx plus c times x plus 2. And you'll notice in order to get this 3x squared plus 2x minus 8, it's a product of these factors. So I can now divide x plus 2 out. Now I'm going to use synthetic division in order to do this quickly. And when I do, I find that I get 3x minus 4 is equal to 4 times bx plus c, and I can now divide everything by 4. This gives me 3/4 x, make sure you can see that, 3/4 x minus 1 equals bx plus c, and we now know that our a is 1/4, our b is 3/4, and our c is negative 1. And this allows us to now write our solution, and we have our answer. Now, for those of you who decide, I really don't like that method, I would rather have something that I can use my calculator with, then we have to go back to this step right here, prior to us plugging in x equals negative 2. And what we're going to have to do here, gentle folks, is we're going to have to now FOIL so that we can find out what are the terms that are giving us our solution. Notice the ax squared minus 2ax plus 4a. We're foiling this, so we get a bx squared plus cx plus 2bx plus 2c. Now I can start pairing everything up because I know that the x squared is going to have to be made by the a plus b x squared. And I know that the 0x is going to be made by the negative 2a plus 2b plus cx. And I know that the negative 1 is made by 4a plus 2c. Now, I decided to make this into a matrix and work with my calculator with reduced row echelon form. So making it into an augmented matrix with a 1, 0, negative 1, I have 1, 1, 0, negative 2, 2, 1, and I have 4, 0, 2. Now, if you recall, gentle folks, working with our calculator, let's just zoom in a little bit. You're going to want to start by going to second x to the negative first power and moving over to edit. Edit 3 by 4, putting in all of your information, then follow it with quit. Second matrix allows you to then hit math and move down to RREF. This from our pre-calculus in Algebra 2 is reduced row echelon form. Second matrix, select A, and then hit enter. And you'll notice our solution is now there. A equals 1/4, B equals 3/4, C equals negative 1. This we would then identify. A equals 1/4, B equals 3/4, C equals negative 1, and this then allows us to rewrite our solution and finish the problem. Please do the practice after to see if you understand. If you don't, please rewatch this video again. Thank you very much and have an excellent afternoon.